Weather warnings remain in place in the UK after Storm Eunice caused widespread damage and destruction. Trees have been uprooted, roofs torn off and planes sent skidding on runways in wind gusts of up to 196 kilometres an hour. More than 1 million people are without power. At least 4 people have died. 2 people have been killed by falling trees and a man in his 50s died when debris struck the vehicle he was travelling in. There's been 5 deaths in Europe. Lisa Holland has the details.
In the end, the calling card of Storm Eunice was its devastating winds. With record speeds of up to 122 miles per hour, anything and anyone outdoors felt the full force of Eunice's temper, whipping up seas as it hit the coastline. From mid-morning, it began to barrel through Britain. All but essential travel had been advised, and this was why. On the M4 in South Wales, a lorry was unable to withstand the horrendous weather, leaving the authorities little option but to close key routes.
This is thought to be the first time both bridges between England and Wales have closed, shut down by the severity of the wind Storm Eunice has brought with her.
It was such a spectacle, the empty M4 towards the Severn Bridge drew sightseers.
It's as they predicted, isn't it? It's sure is howling.
Being on here now, I've never known it like this. No, it's quite bad, yeah.
In Somerset, history took a battering.
It fell off.
Those left to clean up the debris of the church spire, never dreaming it would be destroyed.
It's quite a symbol of our community, and so we're just feeling shocked that this happened, but equally we're feeling very thankful that nobody was hurt.
Rooftops peeled away as easily as the opening of a tin can. This one landing on a railway line in Oxfordshire. Train lines had pretty much shut down in anticipation of the storm.
The disruption from an event of this magnitude may last for a couple of days while we clear up and sweep up and get everything back working. So there's going to be a lot of disruption for the rest of today, which is obvious, but there will also be disruption tomorrow.
It meant widespread cancellations, but those inconvenienced got a taste of why their journeys were delayed.
We bought the tickets back in December, but nobody could have foreseen that. We were worried about, goodness me. Well, I'm glad I'm indoors anyway. It's much safer here.
Planes struggled to land at Heathrow. There have been problems at all major airports. In Amsterdam, stranded passengers trying to get back to the UK appeared resigned to the ferocity of the storm.
I do want to get home. I do want to get home safely, though. 48 hours later isn't really an ideal situation. I just had to share that news with my wife and kids, so obviously they're not too best pleased because they've lost the weekend.
The winds ripped open part of the O2 in London. In Scotland, there was heavy snowfall, but in some respects, it could have been worse.
Because those high winds didn't, in the end, coincide with high tides, and that was a stroke of luck, it actually meant that we didn't see some of the floods that we had feared.
It was predicted to be the worst storm in 30 years. It certainly packed a punch, but failed to cow absolutely everyone.